नाम है एडवोकेट ध्रुतिमन जोशी। मैं पिछले 10 सालों से बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट में अधिवक्ता हूँ और मैं क्रिमिनल साइड पर प्रैक्टिस करता हूँ। पहले मैंने 3-5 साल मैंने एक सीनियर एडवोकेट के साथ गुजारे और अब मैं 5 सालों से अपनी खुद की प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूँ।
Very good evening to you, sir, once again.
गुड इवनिंग।
Very good, sir. So, my first question regarding the request would be what is the most important learning in your life?
लर्निंग इन माई लाइफ एज अ लॉयर और इन जनरल?
In general or and as a lawyer as well?
So in general, learning in my life would be that there are a lot of challenges and there are phases in life where you have to really accept those challenges and you have to fight against them, and you should not sit down when those challenges are there up at your face. Maybe in school life, college life, as a young struggler, in whichever field you are. So you have to face these challenges, and I think that is the biggest learning experience that we get with the failures that we come across during facing those challenges. And as a lawyer, if you ask me, then the struggling part of your career, the first 0 to 3 years where you're struggling to become a good lawyer, or you're interning, or you're very young lawyer, people take you for granted. So that learning phase has to be, you have to ignore certain critics and you have to go on learning till you uh, come to a perfection point.
Is that only a specific reason from coming from a tier 2 college, or is it for every college, sir?
No, it's for every college if you ask me, frankly. For any field, because every field you are a junior in.
Yes.
Any field you enter, may it be medical, engineer, lawyer, any field that you enter, you're always a junior. And at that point of time, there might be many critics, who would question you, who would judge you. So that those challenges you have to face them and you have to counter them, and you have to, obviously there will be failures and you have to accept those failures, and with those failures then you have to really try hard in future to become a perfectionist.
Yes, sir. I'll get forward to my next question now.
Yes.
What is the change you want to see in the Indian judiciary?
I think we are transparent. Indian judiciary is very transparent. However, we need to be more transparent. There have been judgments recently of video recording the court proceedings, live court proceedings, then selection of judges, that is NJAC. All these topics need to be addressed by the Indian judiciary, and I think the transparency will really help, uh,
As to how things work.
make this faith of judiciary more stronger.
Yes.
People do have faith in judiciary, but I think it will strengthen that faith if all these transparent measures are taken.
What do you want to convey to young counsels and the future counsels like me in the future coming up?
Okay, so you have to first be very you need to know which line you want to choose, whether you want to
Yes.
go into litigation, corporate, what you want. Secondly, you need to really hold your ground wherever you are. You can't be fleeting always. And if you are into litigation the way I am, then I think the first 5 to 7 years are very rocky, and so you have to be patient. You have to be determined to. Uh, yeah, that's about it. So you need to have that kind of determination into you that I want to do this. If that determination is lost, then I think it's a very rough patch ahead.
Getting forward to my next question, it's regarding a criminal matter. I wrote an article in my current internship in the We Did It NGO. Actually, I wrote about the current scenario of fake 498 accusations by wives against their husband. Can you elaborate or how a husband can deal with this if he has been
Uh,
fakely accused?
yes, yes. So husband and their family members were very badly accused of this 498A. They were arrested, and I think to put an end to it on 2nd of July 2014, when I myself was a very young lawyer, about 2 years, one and a half, 2 years of practice. 2nd of July 2014, the Supreme Court came out with Arnesh Kumar's judgment. It's a very famous judgment for all practicing lawyers on the criminal side like me, which said that arrests in 498A matters are very wrong because most of the allegations are frivolous. And those allegations not only extend up to the husband or the mother or the father, but they go up to the extended family as well. So this brings a lot of embarrassment to the family, social stigma, all kinds of problems. So the Supreme Court has said that immediate arrests are, they should not happen in 498A cases. Now that judgment is also, it also talks about other law, 41A and 7 years punishment and all, but focusing on 498A, a lot of cases even in day-to-day life what we see are fake. Because if you see the conviction rates,
Conviction rate,
they are
it's quite
very,
low. It's not even
very,
above of
very,
5,000.
very low. Plus, if you see the graph of settlement matters getting settled in
Settled.
between of all these cases,
Very high.
I think that is very high, and settlement is very likely because see, 490-day matters mostly they erupt out of ego issues. 90% of what I have understood out of my 10 years of practice, they come out of emotions and ego issues. So I remember a specific case in Bombay High Court whereby a wife was so adamant during a 498A case that she said that I want to enter the house to have a bag of my mother. My mother has given me a handbag, and that is so precious that I can't let it go. And that is the reason that she was going on with the 498A case. So there are a lot of fake allegations. There are allegations due to ego, but the conviction, if you see, is so low that I think there should be a reform in the 498A case as well. And in today's date, a lot of reforms are taking place. Special thanks to the judiciary as well. And I think we need more reforms. We need more laws which protect the husband. And a mere allegation of the wife should not tarnish the image of the husband just because he's a husband and he has married this girl.
Yes, sir. I am moving on to the final question, sir. ये मेरा final question है.
जी.
Akash sir told me about a very famous case that you filed against a defamatory suit against Rahul Gandhi. Would you like to talk about it?
It's not a suit. That's a defamation case against Rahul
criminal
Gandhi
case,
and
right?
criminal defamation under
Yes.
500 of IPC.
Yes.
So it is against Rahul Gandhi and Mr. Sitaram Yechuri. They had made certain remarks against RSS. RSS is an organization, as you know, about 95-year-old
Yes.
organization. So they had made certain defamatory remarks that we were instrumental in killing one journalist known as Gauri Lankesh in Bangalore. And this was not even, yes. So journalist was killed, and it was their government who was there in power in state of Karnataka in the year 2017. So yes, then I filed a defamation case against them under IPC. That was a very challenging phase for me because they said, "Who are you? You're just." That time it was not even 5. It was hardly 4 or 5 years since I had entered law. I was still under a senior advocate. They said, "Who is going to ask you? Who are you? They are such big people." And it was quite challenging. People made fun of me. People said you're doing it because of a political motivation. But that was not the case. It was purely because I felt that the organization was defamed by such statements.
Yes.
Because there was a friend of mine who asked me whether the organization had actually killed someone. So that was quite defamatory. And that is the reason we filed a defamation suit. And I think on 4th of July 2019, both Mr. Yechuri and Mr. Gandhi were summoned. They came to the court and they have pleaded not guilty. And the trial is on. And the next date for the trial is, I think, 15th of June, 4 days from today.
I would like to hear it about from you today, sir. Next
Oh,
time.
definitely.
Okay, sir. So, all right, sir. I'll just conclude this now. Thank you for your valuable time, sir.